Good afternoon, my beautiful neuromelanated family. How are you today? I'm doing wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. Having a beautiful day today. I'm out picking up a few items and trying to get some much needed sun before it gets too hot. But I'm out in the sun. I love being in the sun though, guys. So I really can't complain. But I wanted to come on just for a few minutes, and I had some things on my mind and I wanted to share. I've been kind of reminiscing on some things and talking with some friends, and I wanted to tell you that if you look like me and you are alive and breathing and alive today, you are blessed. You are very, 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 very blessed. And I say that because from the time you enter your mother's womb, you have been a target. We have been a target for genocide, for murder. They began when we're in the womb. The abortion clinics that are placed in the African neighborhoods, and if you happen to make it through to birth, then when you're born, you're a target then too. There's aims at you in the delivery room. And even with the things that they do that could manifest a slow process of your demise, but there's a target. Everywhere we go, they are trying to take us out of here. And that is just the truth. It is hard for some people to comprehend or even believe. But once you understand exactly what's going on this planet, then you wouldn't have a problem believing it. It would come easy to you. You just know that what I'm saying is true. So when we are born, and even before, when we're in our mother's womb, they give us the so-called prenatal vitamins, so-called. And all of the other, everything is a lie. Everything. When you begin to feed your babies, you have the formula that you buy. You're a target with everything that they provide. They use to target you. We sit and we just trust so easily. We're such a humble people. We're such a kind and loving people. By nature, we just can't help it. That's just who we are. But in the age of Aquarius, many of us, and I hope as much as possible, will wake up to know the truth, what's always been the truth, that they are targeting us for genocide, and they always have been. If you're still here today, you are, some would say, lucky. I say blessed. You've made it this far because so many of our people did not make it. The food that you eat, the solid foods, once you pass the infant stage, and all the poison that's in the food, that's in the water, that's in the air. When you're born, everything that you need, nature provides it for you, even when you're in your mother's womb. And as long as you're not tampered with, as long as you're not invaded, if everything is natural, You know, if you were blessed enough to experience a lotus birth where the baby's born and there's no shots entering into his body, his or her, which really is not necessary because all of the nutrition comes from, it's in your mother, um, and it transfers over through the placenta. And that's why we need to, who's ever guiding your birth would need to allow that placenta to transfer all of the nutrition from mommy to the baby naturally before that umbilical cord is cut. As a matter of fact, some people I was told won't cut it. They'll allow it to rot off and just disconnect once it stops pulsating and the transferring of nutrients is complete. So everything that you need when you come into this world, nature provides for you. You don't need anything else initially. Nature provides it all of your nutrition. But like I say, once we start to eat the table food, then we have to deal with the food, the poisonous food, and the water, and then when we get out, then we have to deal with the air, and we have to tread cautiously in society. We can't just get in our car and drive. We have to watch out for cops, race patrols. The world is totally different for us. It's totally different, and that is reality. And more people are coming to realize that, and they're being forced to. Those that you just can't tell them, and they receive it. They just got to see more and more and more harsh stuff in order to get it. More and more people are waking up to realize that that's the world we live in. And in these last divine days, we're being forced to recognize the truth. So many of us. I know through the years there's been so many times I've tried to tell my family and friends the truth, because I happen to be different in the sense that the few of us that are awake, I happen to be in that group and was awake very early in my life, very young. I didn't pledge the allegiance to the flag when I was 12, because I understood at that tender ripe age that the flag didn't mean anything good for us. And so why would I pledge to something that didn't represent me and my people? So I've been aware and awake for a very long time. And I am walking in my purpose today to try to help make you aware and awake, those that will receive it. I won't force it on anybody. That's not part of my purpose. And I just won't do that. But for those that will listen, those that have eyes to see and ears to hear, and are at a level where they can receive, I challenge you to dig in, research, and open your eyes and your ears. Open your first eye and receive. And at the very least, I challenge you to research, to question, to go on your own crusade of learning, because it could very well mean your survival. This is a real war, family. This is no play. It's real. And although collectively there's a target on the so-called citizens of the world, We're the main target, the neuromelanated family. But once you know who you are, once you know thyself, you will understand it all too well. And we are targeted from the womb to the tomb. And that's just the truth. There's so much in between. I challenge you to dig in and try your very best to understand what's taking place. And know that it's harder for us the more divided we are, and they use so many tools to keep us in a divided condition. They use race. They use religion. Yes, they use religion. They created religion for this purpose. They use politics. Some of you guys call it politics. I call it politricks. Once you understand that it doesn't matter how much or how many times you vote, nothing ever changes for neuromelanated people. And it shouldn't be hard, in my opinion, for you to understand that. All you got to do is open your eyes and look at history and bring it all up to today. Has anything changed for us? Any real change? No. So politricks, they use everything. Spell work, rituals, you name it, they do it. They use it to keep the organic first beings, the indigenous of this planet, to keep us down, and if all possible, to take us out. That's what they do. But there are many of us, we're all chosen to a certain extent. But there are some of us that have something keenly special. It's a certain light that we carry that many can see. And if they don't see it, they feel it. There's some of us that when we walk in a room, we light it up. Just our mere presence changes the whole atmosphere. And it's natural, very natural. And many of us who carry that light are the ones of us who know, who heeded the call to awake, to become aware. And many of us in that category are the ones of us that are trying to tell you the truth. It's been assigned to us to walk in this purpose, to try and wake you up. As many of you that will hear us. I know it's easier for a lot of you to just stay ignorant. And ignorant is not a bad word. It just means unaware, that you don't know. And there's the old saying, ignorance is bliss. It's much easier to walk around and be blissful, not knowing. So I've heard that term many times, ignorance is bliss. And then I've also heard to be aware is to be angry all the time. To be awakened to the evils is to be angry all the time. I've heard that too. But I tell you what, it gets us nowhere to be angry. And if we really understand what's taking place right now that's divine in our world, then we wouldn't allow the anger. It's okay to be angry, to feel the emotion, but you have to bring it right back and calm down and come back in a state of, what's the word, peace. It's good enough. Because That's the state of mind we must be in order to continue to ascend, to continue to arise and take our place on this universe. So know that this war is real. Understand that we have been a target since forever. I say forever, 500 and some years, forever to me. But we have won. We still rise. We are winning. We have won. And I challenge you that in all that we suffer daily on this planet as neuromelanated people, we are still the greatest beings on the planet. And we are who we are looking for, who we've been waiting for. Know thyself. Research, find out who you are. You need to know how magnificent you are, how great you are, how beautiful you are. Embrace it. Love on yourself. Hug yourself. Be kind to yourself and be kind to others, because we are all one together. And definitely, as we continue to walk into our destiny, stay at peace. Peace. This is the true peace sign. It shows unity. This is what they hear from us. They taught us that this was the peace sign, which shows that you're apart, that you're divided. No, the true peace signs, the two fingers are together. Stay in peace. For those of you that didn't know that. I'm going to sign out now. Just wanted to give that little message. I've had that on my mind this morning, and I've been trying to find the time to express this information. And many of you already know. But like I always say, sometimes we need reminding of this truth. I thank you for listening. I thank you for taking the time to check in with me. And always remember to tap in, continue to read, study, and listen to those who are trying to tell you, if nothing more but to get the information and research it yourself. You'll be amazed at how blessed you may be at what you find. So I'm going to tap out. I thank you again. I love you very much. You are my people. I love you. I love you. I love you. I always say, and ain't nothing you can do about that. So, assalamu alaikum. I'm about to mispronounce. Namaste. And ashe to you. Have a wonderful, wonderful day. Get some sun. I love you. Bye-bye.